So good.
Kind of.
A lot.
That's all you say you. Maybe 5 minutes.
I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through. We know that you real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you. To show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it on to the team. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe it. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, VG. Need them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. On my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. You niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. They cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with his virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. But I keep it on to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. You see this look that's on my face, bitch? I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my bitch, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime, fuck peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We buy the bag, this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on, that's cap shit. I keep it on to the team. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. They come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come.
Hey, Shalom, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command GEN.YAHANNA. And what we do is we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible and the truth about the Bible. And what we're going to get into tonight is we're going to talk about Emmett Till and the investigation, that they saying they closed. And then we're gonna talk about the Omicron variant and how that goes hand in hand. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is spiritual. No, nothing that happens in the world is just it's by accident. Everything is spiritual, and it just so happened the day they decided to close Emmett Till's investigation because there's been new allegations saying that the people did not tell the whole truth about what happened, about what Emmett Till and. Just so happened at the same time, a new variant for the COVID then came out after they thought they had it under control. So first, if I could get the story about Emmett Till, we'll read that one first. Then of course we'll pull the precepts, to go with what we talking about. Then we'll talk about the Omicron variant.
Salakia, sir. This the top one first.
I sent you two about Emmett Till.
Okay.
Oh, it's the bottom one.
Bottom.
The bottom. So yeah, let me send you the one about the Omicron variant too.
I got that too, sir.
You got okay, most okay. Don't worry about it.
All right, this is from ABC News. Family of Emmett Till reacts to DOJ closing investigation into his murder.
Which is Department of Justice.
The Department of Justice announced Monday that it was closing its cold case investigation into the murder of Emmett Till.
Right. So they closing the case. They they had everybody feeling good, thinking, after all these years, Emmett Till was gonna get justice for the crime that was committed against him. And the so-called white man did exactly what he does. And that's just be the devil. And he closed the case. He fooled everybody. Had them thinking, they was going to do something good, for his family. And they closed it.
Today is a day that we'll never forget. Reverend Wheeler Parker.
Right, reverend, man. That's the thing. We keep letting these reverends think that they are our leaders and they don't get us no justice, man. You go ahead.
Till's cousin said at a press conference the following announcement. Officially, the Emmett Till case has been closed after 66 years. Parker said, for 66 years, we have suffered pain for his loss, and I suffered tremendously because of the way that they painted him. Ollie Gordon, Till's cousin, said in an interview with ABC News Live that her cousin's fate may have ended differently if he had been killed in the present day.
Right. So look, for 66 years, his family been mourning his death. For 66 years, Emmett Till's family, man, been wanting justice, man. And still ain't got it. And when they thought finally they was going to get some type of justice, the FBI closed the case.
I think there might have been a different outcome, a different verdict, because the world has moved forward, she said.
Right. I'm telling you, Christianity has destroyed us, man. That's their way of getting over Emmett Till's death. They like, well, yeah, white people ain't the same like they used to be. You hear me? That's basically what she's saying. They the so-called oppressors, Salakia, aren't the same as they used to be back in the 50s and the 30s and the 20s and all that. Today, we might have had a different outcome. But what she don't fail to realize is George Floyd. Feel me? Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice. It's all Emmett Till all over again. And they didn't get no justice. You feel me? They didn't get no justice, man. So what she thinking in a Christian mindset that maybe they would have got justice now because it's different. Ain't nothing different than it was back then.
Till, 14, was killed in 1955 while visiting family in Mississippi after he was accused of whistling at and making sexual advances toward a white woman.
Right. So if you don't know about Emmett Till, that's basically what happened. Emmett Till was a brother from the south side of Chicago. He went to Mississippi to visit his family. And he was murdered for whistling at a white girl. Accused. That's why I say accused. It's ABC News. They knew how to write it because they could have got, sued if they say he did. Because it was a lady that he whistled at came out and said he didn't. You feel me? And we're going to get to that at the bottom of the article. But anyway, Emmett Till was a brother, a black man from Chicago, young. He went 14 years old, went down to Mississippi to visit his family, and he was murdered. And for whistling at a white girl. The same way you murdered because you got weed in your car. Or because Philando Castile, they want to see your gun card, and he trying to show it to him, and they shoot him. Same way Tamir Rice got shot for playing with a BB gun. They murdering us for no reason, man. And it's not going to never stop until blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come back to their God, which is the only God that's living, and that's the God of the Bible. You go ahead.
A white woman named Carolyn Brandt, who was since married and is now known as Carolyn Bryant Donham. He was kidnapped, badly beaten, and found in the Tallahatchie River several days later.
Right, that's what happened to Emmett Till, our brother. That's our brother, man. You keep going.
An investigation into the 1955 killing was reopened in 2018, following the publication of Timothy Tyson's book, The Blood of Emmett Till.
Right, I'm telling you, it's such a famous story. It's still talked about right now. It's almost 60 years later. You feel me? It's almost 60 years later, he's still being talked about because it was that famous, man.
which alleged that Bryant had recanted her testimony that Till had grabbed her and uttered obscenities.
Right, because he did. He was 14 years old, man. He ain't grabbed no girl. Man, come on, man. That was made up. Just like Tulsa, Oklahoma, they burnt the city down, and it was made up. The whole time, it was made up. It was a lie to kill a black man, to destroy a black city, man.
However, during the investigation, Bryant denied that she had recanted her testimony in an FBI interview. The FBI concluded that there was insufficient evidence to prove that she lied to the FBI by denying that she recanted her testimony.
Right, white privilege, man. We call it WP. White privilege. All she had to do was say, no, I didn't recant my statement. And the FBI say, okay, well, investigation closed. That's all we needed, lady, which they probably coerced her to do. They probably coerced her to say that you didn't say that, because that's all it took. All it took was for her to say, I did not say he didn't do what he did. And that's it. Like it was a death sentence. Like it's a death sentence for him to whistle at her or to ask her, hey, do you got a boyfriend? Whatever he did. You feel me? Whatever they say he did. It wasn't a death sentence, man. It's not a death penalty offense.
In a letter to Till's family, the Justice Department called Till's murder one of the most horrific examples.
One of the most what?
Horrific examples.
Horrific, man. That was like a horror movie. When they found him at Till, that was like a horror movie, man. You feel me? They said that was horrific, man, when they seen his body, man. That's why his mama had an open casket. Because she was a soldier, man. And she wanted the world to see what they did to her son, man. That was not a death penalty offense.
One of the most horrific examples of the violence routinely inflicted upon black residents.
Who residents?
Black residents.
Chinese?
Black residents.
Japanese?
Black residents.
Africans.
Black residents.
Black people, man. That was happening to black people, man. The stuff that happened to Emmett Till is happening still right now to black people. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are still going through this, man. It never stopped. It never stopped, man.
It also said that the FBI identified significant obstacles to proving that Bryant's testimony was false.
FBI knows she was lying. The FBI is not stupid. They find criminals that's on the run. They found Osama bin Laden. I don't know how they found Osama bin Laden in them mountains over there in Iraq, but they found him. They smart, man. They got a little knowledge, man. The Lord say in Revelation he's going to let them loose a little season. Them FBI people ain't stupid, man. They let go what they want to let go, and they find out what they want to find out. Just like how they knew that she was lying, man. But you keep going.
Including that Bryant's recantation mentioned in the book was not in recordings or transcripts provided to the FBI.
Right. You keep going.
Officials from the Department of Justice and the FBI, including Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Kristen Clark, met privately with Till's family to share their findings. I'm not surprised, but my heart is broken, Thelma Wright Edwards, Till's cousin, said.
All right, still seeking justice, man. After all these years, man. You go ahead. We're going to read the rest of this.
I pinned diapers on Emmett. I lived with him. He was like a brother to me. She added, I have no hate in my heart, but I had hoped we could get an apology.
So, okay, now this is white people said that Emmett Till murder was one of the most horrific incidents that they ever seen. But his own family said, what? That they just wanted what?
An apology.
They just wanted an apology. They just wanted Carol Bryant to say she was sorry for lying. That's all they wanted. They didn't want no justice. Here in the I.S.U.P.K, we want justice, man. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. The white man is the devil.
The white man is the devil. The Bible speaks of. The FBI say, you feel me? They ain't even seeking no more into the case. And guess what the Hebrews say? The black people, Emmett Till's family, which are Hebrew Israelites, God chosen people. They just say, we want an apology. And you think Christ coming back to save everybody? Christ is coming back to save them. Them people that say they just want an apology after their son was beaten and murdered so bad that the white people said it was horrific. Who you think is here to be saved, man? We brought out last week that Esau, the so-called white man, is a fugitive and a vagabond. He's a fugitive. He running around killing people, and all we want is an apology. We don't even want no justice. We just want an apology. No, he came. No, he spiritually came, man. Stop it. You keep going.
But that didn't happen. Nothing was settled. The case is closed, and we have to go on from here.
After 50-some years. You keep going.
At the weight of Till's loss still hangs heavy on the family. Pain is somewhat numbed, but it never really goes away.
It won't. If you see the pictures of Emmett Till, and that's why his mother wanted an open casket so it can live on to right now. So now you can see what these people did to her son, man. And it's horrific, man.
Bryant's then husband, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother, J.W. Millam, were charged with Till's murder.
They was charged. They caught the people that did it. Fugitive. What we say Cain was, it's in the Bible. Cain, a fugitive and a vagabond.
Were charged with Till's murder and acquitted by an all-white jury.
But an all-white jury say, you are not guilty. All-white jury say, nah, they ain't do it. They good. They straight, man. And that's why you got Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy and what's the other dude name? I can't even think of his name. But that's why you got all these serial killers and they get away with it because the all-white jury just gonna say you innocent. Just like they did with Emmett Till murder.
Salakia, sir, sounds like the story of Lamech.
Man, look, that Lamech was Cain's grandson. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is spiritually Cain we dealing with all over again. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? We dealing with Cain all over again, man. Jacob and Esau. You feel me? Go watch the class from last week, man. We broke that down. But you go ahead. We're going to read the rest of this. And we're gonna
The two men later confessed to the killing.
What? They did what?
Confessed to the killing.
No, they didn't.
In a paid magazine interview months later.
Right. So after they was acquitted, guess what they get to do? Now they could talk about it because you can't. Double jeopardy. It's called double jeopardy. You cannot get charged for something twice. If I'm selling a brick of cocaine to this brother right here, and I get caught, and they say, "Oh, you're not guilty because of this or that," I can talk about it after that and say, "Yeah, man, I was selling bricks." Like for Ricky Ross, go look at Ricky Ross. Rick Ross. The real Rick Ross, not the rapper, the real Rick Ross, interviews, he talk about heroin, cocaine, all type of stuff he done, man, because he fought the case. You feel me? He did his time, so it's over with. And that's the same thing if you get charged with a crime and you win. You could talk about it after. So that's why they saying, like, yeah, we did it.
When asked about the closure of the investigation, a woman who identified herself as a member of Bryant's family said she's glad it's done when reached by ABC News.
Yeah, I bet they is glad it's done. 14-year-old boy getting murdered for nothing.
Till's cousin Parker, who was 16 at the time, was in the house when Roy Bryant and Millam came looking for Till. I'm waiting to be shot, and I closed my eyes.
Right, he waiting to die. That's the life of black people right now, dealing with these oppressors, man. Just waiting to die. When they gonna pull us over and shoot us? That's why black people today, when we see a police car, we ain't even done nothing wrong. We nervous. We nervous, man.
Parker recalled in an interview with ABC News for an upcoming documentary series, Let the World See. I wasn't shot. I opened my eyes and they're passing by me. The guy said we're looking for Fat Boy, the fat boy from Chicago.
From where?
Chicago.
Man, look, man. Emmett Till blood cry from the ground, man. And we ain't gonna let his name go in vain, man. We gonna talk about Emmett Till till this place burn from Christ and the angels, man.
They left with him, and that's the last time we saw him alive.
Good night.
Till's murder came at a time of intense racial unrest and animosity, when his mother, Mammy Till Mobley, demanded an open casket at his funeral.
She did what?
Demanding an open casket.
So you don't know about Emmett Till in the story? His mother was what you call a gangster. She was a soldier. She said, I want an open casket. She wasn't no weak woman. She said, I want the world to see this. I want this to live on forever. What they did to my boy. She said, I want an open casket. Nobody has open casket. I done been to plenty funerals that was closed casket. Because of what happened was, it was too much to bear. But the mother gets to decide that. And she said, I want an open casket.
The Justice Department opened an investigation into Till's killing in 2004, but determined that there was no federal jurisdiction due to the statute of limitations.
Mm-hmm.
The investigation was originally closed in 2007 after a local grand jury declined to indict anyone on state charges. It was reopened in 2018 following the publication of Tyson's book. In a statement to ABC News, Tyson pushed back against the DOJ's report. As I write in the book on page 6, Carolyn Bryant Dunham's confession to me was corroborated by her own account, given to her attorney only days after Emmett Till's body was found. Her attorney, who could not testify against her in private, and right after, he said, she told her attorney her story, but did not mention any physical contact.
Any what?
Physical contact.
So Emmett Till didn't touch her. He didn't do anything. She, man, look, Salakia. All I'm saying is Emmett Till blood is crying from the ground, man, off of a lie of a white woman. And you sitting out here taking white women? You want to be with a white girl? Man, for Emmett Till, man, I'd never touch a white woman. You feel me? For Emmett Till, I'm talking this before the truth. Before I even knew interracial dating was a sin. Because of Emmett Till, I would never, ever walk home in my house with a white woman. But you football players and basketball players is going home with these white women, man, and running while they milking y'all with child support. You feel me? Y'all going broke, man. The Lord tried to show y'all with Emmett Till when he put the spirit on Emmett Till's mother to have an open casket so you can see, you feel me, who your enemy is. And y'all got the nerve to marry a white girl, man. To take a white girl home to your mama on Thanksgiving, man. You a double sinner, man. You a double, triple sinner, man. But
Right.
yeah, keep going.
But did not mention any physical contact, which she described in court as more or less rape attempt. When she told me that part's not true, I was well aware of that. There is a lot of evidence.
Come on, man. Look, the white girl, Carolyn Bryant, said none of that stuff happened, man. None of that stuff happened. What basically happened, they want to kill a nigger. Emmett Till came down there from Chicago, flying, you feel me? With his Chicago swag to Mississippi, to that country ass town, and they didn't like it. That's all that happened, man. They seen a big city nigga come down to Mississippi, and they ain't like it. And they want to kill him. And they did. And his blood crying from the ground, and they gonna have to pay for that. It's like they gonna have to pay for Breonna Taylor, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, and we could go on and so forth, man, about how many niggas they killed because they just didn't like their attitude. You know, that's why Sandra Bland died, because they ain't like her attitude. Look up the story. They ain't like her attitude. If you look up the video, how she talked to the police when they pulled her over, they was mad about that. They was pissed how she talked to them when they pulled her over. You feel me? But you could drop that and go to, now we're going to get into the scriptures. Like I always like to say, we're going to go off our own heart. Go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 12 and 10.
If I may.
Go ahead,
If
sir.
I may, that whole interracial thing to me is ridiculous. Because we should never want a white woman because of the destruction we've been through.
Right.
I agree with you, Priest. But what's crazy is the first interracial marriage was when a white man, as far as this soil, decided to marry Pocahontas.
Right.
Y'all hip to it?
Come.
Decided to marry. And then the crazy thing is Pocahontas wasn't even a native. This was a slave
Right.
called Pocahontas. Salakia, if I can get the year,
Come.
1614. If I can read something real quick, and your classes be so heavy, I hate to interrupt them.
Come. Go ahead.
But the
sir.
first interracial marriage in what today is the United States was that of a woman today commonly known as Pocahontas, who married tobacco planter John Rolfe in 1614. I mean, So, I mean, we'll teach our brothers how disgusting it is, but the white man will try to fight back like we want his woman.
Right.
You attacked ours,
Right.
man. You disgusting bastard.
Right.
You raped our women.
Right.
You started it.
Oh,
And then get mad at J-Bug and Old Dog or whatever that's wrongly, by the way, doing something to your daughter. It's wrong, but you started it. You started it, you animal.
Right.
Salakia, even though it was Gad, but I know the pictures of Pocahontas. And it goes on to Salakia. If I can continue reading real quick. The Quaker, Zephaniah Kingsley, married outside the U.S. a black enslaved woman that he bought in Cuba. Y'all been doing this. Y'all been doing this.
Right.
Y'all are the progenitor of this crap, man.
Right. Okay.
I don't agree with the brothers that agree with you. And that's why the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General Yohanna is so important. Because we don't want to agree with you no more. If I may, priest,
Man, that's
heavy
heavy.
point.
No, that's heavy.
No, your
We don't
point
want to
heavy.
agree with you no more. That was heavy. We don't want to agree with you no more, man. Y'all know nothing, man. Forget everything you learned. Find an I.S.U.P.K school nearest you in every major city, from sea to shining sea. Lucky, we in Europe.
Most side cry.
We in Europe. You feel me?
Most side
We
cry.
in Europe. Ain't that what the Americans say? We in sea to shining sea. Well, guess what? I.S.U.P.K is there too. We everywhere. You feel me? We refuge for black people. Come find us. Come get into school. Come learn the truth, man. Come learn the truth, man. And what the priest was bringing out was so heavy, man. But yeah, if I could go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. 10 and 11.
Of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What?
Never trust thine enemy.
Nah, you gotta love them. You gotta forgive them.
Never trust thine enemy.
Emmett Till,
Thine enemy.
Sandra Bland,
Thine enemy.
George Floyd. They didn't forget about George Floyd already, but the Bible say what?
Never trust thine enemy.
That's the whole point about Emmett Till. That's why his mama opened the coffin. She didn't have to let y'all see her son beat like that, but she wanted y'all to do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
And she ain't never even read that. That was in her spirit. The Lord put a spirit on her, and she wanted the whole world to see what they done to her baby. What they done to her baby, and the Lord been said it. You feel me? Never trust thy enemy. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Now, if you know anything about like metal and stuff, once iron get wet, it start rusting, and you can't really fix it. You could kind of saw it off if you catch it, before at the beginning stages. But otherwise, if not, it's gonna rust the whole metal. You feel me? The whole metal pipe or your car, whatever it is, it's gonna rust it all the way through, and ain't nothing you could do about it. So just like what?
Like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So just like they killed Emmett Till, and we thought it was gonna slow down and they was gonna stop. No, they just did a riot. It was riots and protests for George Floyd in 2020. In 2020, it was riots and protests in Germany, in France, in France. Google it. They in France talking about the Americans is wrong for what happened to George Floyd. Right. Because of what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Salaki.
And what the priest is bringing out so heavy, because they did protest in Germany,
right,
England. We might as well say Great Britain,
right,
adding in Ireland, all that,
right.
I mean, but the problem is, I'll continue to tell you, the white man is the devil.
That's right.
The Bible speaks of.
That's right.
The great deceiver. Because as they protest out there, Israelites is being disrespected Israelites being killed in France.
Right.
But the media makes them say, oh, America bad. Let me tell you something, man.
It's a lot. That's
Let me
heavy.
tell you something.
That's heavy.
Black folks being killed in Germany right now.
Right.
And when I say black folks, I'm talking about anybody from our lineage. Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. We've been killed out there.
That's right.
They'll protest and be mad about George Floyd, but they ain't mad at Mike LeBlanc. And that's the name I made up, Salakia. They ain't mad at that name that got killed by the police in France. You understand that? Salakia, man. These white folks is they animals, man.
That's right.
And we got to understand that. Of course, they'll join our protests to now make our protests about homosexuality and love for everyone.
Right.
Which the Bible doesn't speak of.
Right.
Good shit, priest.
Most High in Christ.
Most
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. That's heavy. Heavy what the priest bringing out. Heavy. Because, yeah, they protesting over there, but they still killing us over there, too. Still doing it over there, too. But if you could, start that from the top. We'll go out over to 11.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Right. It say as he humbled himself. Oh, no, we all good. I'm Salaki. We all good. We love black people. If you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Damn.
Ain't that what Biden said? Read that again. Read 11.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
You ain't black if you don't vote for me. Right after we voted for Biden, and when I say we, I'm talking about black people as a whole. Because in I.S.U.P.K, we don't vote. But, we will never, discontinue ourselves from our brothers. They vote. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians for Biden. Because they thought Trump was such a terror on them when they should have been seeking Christ at the end of the day. They should have been seeking Christ, but they were seeking for a ruler to choose, which was Biden. Because he seemed like the humble one, the one crouching, you feel me, taking heed. And the Bible said, beware of him. You keep going.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Right. So this is what thing about the Bible. The Bible is preparing you and showing you how to deal with a bunch of different situations. And that's even talked about right now with these oppressors, the so-called white man. They say you got to be what?
Yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Right. So you got to be unto him as a mirror. You have to show the white man who he is, man. And that's what we do in I.S.U.P.K, man. We show the so-called white man who he is, man. And that's why they can't deal with us, because they know we got the proof. We like a looking glass as if we wiped it. That's a mirror. That's basically what it's saying. Be like a mirror to your oppressor, man, and show him who he is, man. Don't ever not talk about Emmett Till. Don't ever not talk about Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, man. Show him who he is. Don't ever let him forget what he done, man. Be like unto a looking glass, man. You keep going.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
What? Wait, what? What are you talking about, man? What are you reading out of, man? This the King James Version of the Bible? The one that the Christians say, love everybody, forgive? What did the Bible say?
Right.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
It say if you be as a mirror to your oppressor, you will see that his rust has not been wiped away. That he's still the devil the Bible speak of. He's still the devil, man. But you got to be onto a looking glass. You can't forget. That's what y'all like to do out there in the world, man. Y'all like to forget and want to join white people and join a protest, march with them, feminist movement, BLM and all that. And you will forget, man. that they rust did not wipe away, man. And it said, never trust thy enemy, man. So as iron rusteth, so does his wickedness. So as rust get worse, his wickedness will too. His wickedness will too. But yeah, you can drop that and go to Proverbs 28:3.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 3. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food.
Right. Now this time about your Christian leaders, man. The Christian leaders, they oppress us, man. Just like the Christian pastor in that article we brought out. The Christian pastor say, man, he hoping for justice and he doing this and doing that and ain't getting nothing. Ain't getting nothing, man. Because the poor, hold on, what did it say about the poor? Go ahead.
A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food.
Right. Our Christian leaders, man, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all these Christian leaders, man, Louis Farrakhan, all of them, man, they like a rain that leave no food, man. That's why black people out here starving while they bellies is full. They bellies is full while we starving, man. Go ahead, we're going all the way to 5.
Verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked.
Right. They praise the wicked, man. They praising America, man, because America is feeding their pockets, man. While we left starving, we wondering why the hell Emmett Till investigation is going unsolved. After the lady said that he didn't even do it. Because our Christian leaders, man, they agreed with them that, hey, it wasn't no crime done. It's over with.
But such as keep the law contend with them.
You keep going.
Verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment.
Right. Evil men understand not judgment, man. Our oppressors don't understand judgment. They don't understand why the COVID is not going nowhere. They don't understand. Oh, go ahead, sir.
What type of people need another people to tell them about Emmett Till?
Right.
I mean, what kind of people are we, man? I mean, can we think about history and who we are?
Right.
We got a black child accused of whistling, saying something, whatever the case may be.
Right.
A child who may say something stupid.
Right. A kid, 14.
Beat, destroyed, lynched, whatever you want to call it, by grown men. And we want to serve them.
Right.
Man, look. When I seen what happened to Tamir Rice, I didn't understand. I have no understanding of any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian that have called themselves a Christian,
Right.
a Muslim, anything other than a follower of the I.S.U.P.K. and the Commander General Yohanna. Because anybody else to see that as so traumatic and disgusting,
Right.
Why would you want to have any association with them? If I may, real quick, brother, as always, your classes is heavy, man.
Hey, Most High in Christ, sir.
If I may, and keep bringing it out, man, because you got me fired up.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? You help my zeal, if I may. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, priest.
Come. Most High in Christ, sir.
I can't help it, man.
Iron sharp.
I don't talk like this even during my class.
Lot,
But
sir.
it's powerful, man. Most High in Christ, if I may.
Hey, the water, sir. Iron sharpen iron, sir. The water for you.
Man,
The water for you, sir.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah. If you could, though, go ahead. Finish 5, and we'll jump to the next one. But yeah, that's heavy, though, man. Real talk, man. These Christians don't even want to talk about Emmett Till.
Man.
They don't want nothing to do with that, man. Because they know they at fault, man. They at fault, man. Want to join with them and segregation, man. Segregation was the best thing for black people, man. But yeah, go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment.
Right, they don't understand judgment, man. They don't understand that these people have to be judged for the crimes they committed, man. They don't understand it because they evil. They just want our money. They just want to ride in Rolls Royces and Bentleys and pull up to the hood at their church.
Right.
You feel me? Acting like you ain't nothing. And you should give all your money to them, man. Because evil men don't understand judgment, man.
But they that seek the Lord understand all things.
They that do what?
Seek the Lord, understand all things.
Uh-huh.
Us right here in I.S.U.P.K, we seek the Lord and we understand, man, that this place is going to burn, man. For Emmett Till, man. For what happened to Emmett Till, this place gonna burn, man. What happened to Emmett Till, it's an Omicron variant out. It's out. Y'all thought COVID was over. Got your vaccine, vaccinate, man, it ain't stopping. The Most High is finna destroy this place, man. With plagues.
Right.
Then the nukes gonna drop. Then the angels gonna come. And they gonna try to fight the angels. And Lord be with you. You want to fight an angel. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to get into that later in the class. Like I always like to say, you know, I in Kentucky. Classes, you feel me? Salakia. Hey, but look, if I could, hey, Most High Christ, sir. Hey, if I could, drop that, go to Isaiah 31:1. Salakia. 31 and verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them.
I said read the Bible. What you reading out of? I said read the Bible.
Woe to them.
Where you at?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1.
Yeah.
Woe to them.
Destruction to them.
That go down to Egypt.
Now we know Egypt is spiritually America. Egypt was our first captivity. The Bible say, "Woe, destruction that go down into Egypt."
And stay on horses.
Hold on, wait. It say for help. So you going to seek help from America? It say destruction for you, man. You want to be a Christian? You want to be a Muslim? You want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? It say destruction to you, man. The Most High is coming to destroy this place, man. He's sending his son back, a black man named Jesus Christ, man,
right,
to destroy this place for Emmett Till, man. Whether you forgot about Emmett Till or not.
And stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
Right, so you trusting in America because it's very strong. Destruction to you. Destruction to you, man. If you trust in Christmas, Thanksgiving, you feel me? New Year's Eve, you trusting in all that, man, the Bible say destruction to you.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
But y'all don't even look to the Most High. Y'all ain't even looking to the Most High in Christ. Y'all so stuck on Christmas and birthdays that y'all ain't even looking to the Most High. And y'all don't even understand that that stuff is fake and it's not real and ain't gonna do nothing for you but lead you down a path of destruction, man.
right.
That's what it's gonna do for you.
Neither seek the Lord.
Y'all don't seek the Most High. There's only one God, and that's Yahweh in the Bible, in the Hebrew. And y'all ain't seeking him. Y'all seeking out the Cedar Borgia. Y'all seeking out the Buddha, Haile Selassie, the Rastafarians, Buddha. Man, look, man, it ain't gonna never stop. Black people always gonna seek after lust that fulfill their lust, man. All these gods is lust to fulfill your lust, man. That's all it's about. But Christ coming back for order.
Right.
He coming back for order. And if you don't want to serve these laws and commandments in the Bible, man, you're going to be put to death. You're going to be put to death, man. And your children got to see you die because you a sinner, man. But guess what they going to learn? Not to be a sinner like your ass. Salaki, excuse my language. Not to be a sinner like you. They going to see you put to death. And guess what your sons and daughters going to realize? I don't want to do what mama and daddy did. Because look what happened to them. That's the same thing that happened with the crack era. I grew up, all my uncles and all that stuff, everybody older than me, they was crackheads. The generation above me, they was all crackheads. And I learned from that, okay, I see how they living, and I don't want to be like that. And that's what's going to happen to people when Christ come back. When Christ come back, your sons and daughters going to see, why my daddy and my mama get put to death like that? Oh, they was eating pork, shrimp, crab. They was celebrating birthdays, holidays, Christmas, and you ain't gonna want to do that. Man, you could drop that and go to First Ezra's 8 and 82 in the Apocrypha.
It's like
Go
if
ahead,
I
sir.
made, man, you just be too heavy. If I made
It's a lie. It's a lie.
these pastors, as you spoke on, you know, the Bible speaks of them for a reason.
Come.
So if I could get Jeremiah 23, verse 1, just Salakia.
Come.
Let me get Jeremiah 23, verse 1, because especially where we're at, we're in Kentucky. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. And the major players out here in Louisville, Kentucky are black pastors, man.
Right.
They're like Al Sharpton. All Al Sharpton and his legions do
Right.
is threaten business. If y'all don't give us this, we gonna march. We gonna protest.
Right.
We gonna and begging the white man, man. Begging the white man. You got that? Salaki, go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Unto the who?
The pastors.
Go ahead.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of
Hold
my
on.
pasture.
The Bible speaks the truth.
Right.
That destroy and scatter. That's why you got Baptist, Pentecostal,
Right.
Lutheran, and all types of other bullshit. And that's why, if I may, I'm a Wangabara. I don't care. We're on camera. I don't care. That's why your classes is so heavy out. It's such a heavy, it's such a heavy concept, man. Of what you're coming with, because it's so Kentucky based. You feel me?
Oh, that's heavy.
It's
sir.
so Kentucky based. Where we at, what we live with, man.
Right.
You're a priest and prophet of the Lord, and I love you, Wop.
Most of that
Straight
right,
up.
sir.
And these fake prophets, these ministers, need to be destroyed, man.
Come with cons, sir.
Fuck it,
Come
man.
with cons.
I don't care, man.
Come with cons, sir.
I love my nigga,
Come
man.
with cons, sir.
And I said that.
That's heavy though, but hey, Jeremiah 23 is our bread and butter, man. They say what they say they say the Bible ain't real. Well, the Bible just said what? The pastors, whoa, destruction to the pastors. Everybody praise the pastors. When everybody know, you feel me, deep down, the pastors, we say that in Friday. In the movie Friday, he got a twin, nigga. we say that in Friday. In the 90s, they exposed that the pastors, man, is fake and need to be destroyed, man.
For real.
You feel me? Stop it, man. And that's what the Bible said. But the world say the pastors is the epitome of black people.
Man.
Not true. The Bible is true. Man is false. Man took the Bible and made religion, like the brother was bringing out with Pentecostals, Baptists, and all that stuff. But yeah, if I could go to Salakia, yeah, go to the Apocrypha first Esdras 8 and 82. Salakia.
My nigga,
Them
man.
burritos is off the chain. What's that? Hey, clap it up for the, the African Kentucky, sisters, man.
Man.
They cooking all this good food. You feel me? Distracting the brothers. You feel me?
Man.
I didn't want to end the class early.
And if I may,
I'm gonna
Salakia,
leave it
real
alone.
quick, if I may, I gotta say it. These is I.S.U.P.K. kids. This I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky kids cooking for the priests.
Ooh-wee.
Salakia. I had to
That's right.
make that a point. The kids
Right.
cook for the priests
We
tonight,
raising
man.
them up early
Man.
so they can know it. What the Bible say? Train the child up in a way, they should go.
Most High in Christ.
That's what the Bible say. We ain't got time to pull it, but go Google it. You'll find it. We ain't no liars in hell. We ain't no Christians, man. Go Google it. But yeah, if I could, go ahead with that when you got it. It's a lot.
The book of First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 82. And now, O Lord, what shall we say, having these things? For we have transgressed thy commandments, which thou gavest by the hand of thy servants, the prophets.
Right. Now, what it's saying is saying the prophet is supposed to teach the people like we doing now in I.S.U.P.K. We the prophets of the Lord, and we go out and teach our people.
Right.
And they transgressing. And that's what happened back then. This is during the time of Persia. You feel me? The Persians let them, you feel me, keep, serve their God and woo, but they still was their slaves. You feel me? Yeah, you go ahead.
Verse 83. That the land which ye enter into to possess his inheritance is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land.
Right, just like right now, we polluted with the strangers. Like we serve everything but the Most High. You feel me? We will serve anything but God. You feel me? We all different religions, but we don't want to be Hebrew Israelites, man. We just can't fathom that we could be the chosen people, man. You keep going.
And they had filled it with their uncleanliness. Verse 84.
Are we going all the way to 85?
Come on. Verse 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons.
Wait, you should not do what?
Man.
Join your daughters unto their sons.
No, interracial dating is cool.
Join your daughters unto their sons.
You better marry a white girl.
Shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons?
Man, Blake Griffin got to pay $3 million a year in child support to a white girl.
Man.
That never wanted him in the first place. She never wanted him in the first place. She wanted his money. And the Bible say what?
Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons.
Kanye West went crazy. He made a song, live for a white girl. What did he say?
Yeah.
Give me money when I'm in need. You feel me?
Yeah.
Get on and leave you for a white girl. What he done? Got on and left his black woman for a white girl. Now he done went nuts. He done went crazy, man.
Neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
Right. The Most High don't even want the sons. Even though the sons is the lineage, you feel me? They give off the seed. He still don't even want the sons having sex with other nations. You feel me? Don't even want that happening. For what happened with Solomon. See what happened with Solomon. Solomon took strange women and lost the kingdom. Because them heathen women was getting into the sons' heads. You feel me? Turning them against the Most High.
Verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
You should love them always.
Never seek to have peace with them.
Forget slavery.
Never seek to have peace with them.
Man, the same way they won't forget a 9/11, the same way they won't forget 9/11, what should we do?
Never seek to have peace with them.
Go make your money and go to hell home. Go make your money at your slave, at your job, whatever, and go to fuck home. You trying to seek peace with them, man. You an idiot, man.
Right.
You a goddamn idiot. And that's why last fucking year we had all these problems down here in Kentucky, man. At the Breonna Taylor riots and protests and all that, man. Because these people wanted to seek peace with them. And we knew it, and we seen it through their skin, man.
Right.
We knew that that's all they wanted.
That's right.
We knew that's all they wanted. They wanted to seek
it.
peace.
Yeah.
They wanted to seek peace. They wanted to join with white America in Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
That's all they wanted. That's why they were so quick to fight us. They were so quick to fight us, and it ain't go the way they wanted to go. Ooh-wee. Lord be with the people that was there. That's all I'm going to say. It ain't go the way they wanted it to go, but they were so quick to fight us. But the white people, they don't want no problems with them. And why I say? Because of what?
Never seek to have peace with them.
They wanted peace. We teach to never seek to have peace.
Right.
You go ahead and finish that out.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land.
Right, be strong, man. Be strong, man. Be strong. The Most High chose us to be strong, and it's weak to want to join white America, to have white women, man. It's you weak to not be able to turn down some boxing, because that's all you really care about. Because you know when they get older, they look like shriveled up prunes. Salakia. You know white women don't look like nothing but a shriveled up grape. You feel me? You ain't gonna want no parts of her no more.
Right.
But you just want some box right now. You a football player. You go to U of L. You go to UK or whatever. So you just want some box right now, man. You better stop being so goddamn weak to women, man. You feel me? Get you a sister, man. At least get a sister.
Right.
Then we could talk. But yeah, go ahead. You finish that.
And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children.
Right, man. You leave the inheritance. That's the whole point. Leave the inheritance to the children, because we teach reincarnation. You come back through your children. So how you gonna come back, in a prosperous way if you done left the land to heathens, man? Because you want heathen women, man. You feel me?
Man.
Leave the land to your children so you can come back into the earth and you can prosper. So you could goddamn prosper in this land. But if I could, now drop that. That's the first part of the class. We're gonna talk about Emmett Till, and now we're gonna talk about this Omni variant, because y'all scared. Y'all don't know why this Omicron is going on. But we the priests of the Lord, so we're gonna tell you why. You feel me? And we're gonna end the class with the Omicron variant. You can read the article when you got it.
This is from the World Health Organization. On November 26, 2021.
2020 who?
2021.
Now, Emmett Till died in 1955. But in 2021, what's going on?
The World Health Organization designated that the variant B11529, a variant of concern, named Omicron. On the advice of the World Health Organization's Technical Advisory Group on Virus Evolution, this decision was based on the evidence presented to the Tag V that Omicron has several mutations.
Who?
Omicron has several mutations.
Several mutations. They thought they figured the COVID out. They done came up with vaccines and all type of stuff. They opened the country back up, so they ain't never closing back down. But they said, what?
The Omicron has several mutations that may have an impact on how it behaves. For example, on how easily it spreads.
Most ain't crazy.
Or the severity of the illness it causes. Here is a summary of what is currently known. Researchers in South Africa and around the world are conducting studies to better understand many aspects of Omicron, and will continue to share the findings of these studies as they become available. It is not yet clear whether Omicron is more transmittable compared to other variants, including Delta. The number of people testing positive has risen in areas in South Africa affected by this variant. But epidemiologic studies are underway to understand if it is because of Omicron or other factors. It is not yet clear whether infection with Omicron causes more severe disease compared to infections with other variants, including Delta. Preliminary data has suggested that there are increasing rates of hospitalization in South Africa, but this may be due to increasing overall numbers of people.
All right, look, we ain't gonna even read the rest of the article, but all we saying is the Omicron variant is here. It's another stage of the coronavirus. They say it got several mutations, and people are dying. It's been 2 years. People still dying for the COVID. And you know why? Because of Emmett Till. Because of slavery. Because of slavery. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, let's prove it. Let's prove it in the scriptures. Give me Revelation 16:1. Y'all don't believe the I.S.U.P.K. Y'all still think we just talking for nothing. Somebody just put in the chat talking about we still reading out of the Bible that was written by the white man. Well, the white man don't know this. The white man eat pork. The Bible said don't eat pork. The white man is a homosexual. The Bible said don't be a homosexual. So how did the white man write the Bible? You a goddamn fool? Well, we'll show you what the Bible say.
The book of Revelation,
chapter Omicron variant.
The book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God
Now-
upon the earth.
Now, this is John the Revelator. John the Revelator seeing this in a vision. And he said he seen a voice of the temple saying to the 7 angels. Now, the only people who can order the angels is Christ or the Most High. For people to say God is all love, Christ is all love. Them is only the 2 people who can order the angels to do anything. Go ahead, read it again.
Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God.
Wait,
upon
the
earth.
who? The love of God.
The wrath of God.
Peace and harmony.
The wrath of God.
You know what wrath is? Destruction. The destruction that the Most High in Christ wants for this place, man. Because this is not the world that Christ was talking about in John 3:16. The world he was talking about was Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, and Indians. This is the world of the Romans, man.
Right.
This is the off-brand of the Roman government, man. The Greeks, the Romans, all them. This is all them over again, man. And Christ and the Most High said to the angels to do what?
Pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.
Now, a vial, okay, I ain't got one, but a vial is just a little tube. And the angels is warriors that they could mix some up in a little tube. And they could just pour it into the earth and boom. Boom, you got AIDS. You got AIDS, you got herpes, you got all type of diseases flooding around, and y'all don't know where it came from. Like, what happened? We was living good. The angels came, and they pulled out a vial. And if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to catch this. But yeah, not, okay. But no, they don't believe the angels is like that. They said angels is all sweet and harmony. Go to Ezekiel 1 and 4. But the Bible just said the angels is pouring out, you feel me, vials for the wrath of God. But y'all say, oh, angels is all sweet and innocent. Y'all don't think the angels could come up with the Omni variant, the Omicron, or the COVID, or all these other diseases that's killing off millions of people.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north.
The north, now what that mean? Up, right? That mean he looking up. This is Ezekiel. Go ahead.
A great cloud.
A cloud is in the sky.
And a fire enfolding itself.
What? You said it's a fire? It ain't just like all peace and butterflies. It's a fire coming out of a cloud. Yeah, keep going.
And a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber.
Right, that's red.
Out of the midst of the fire. Verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Now wait. Coming out of the sky, in the midst of all this rough stuff you talking about, it didn't come a baby with wings. It came out creatures, 4 living creatures at that. Keep going.
And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
So they looked like a man. They had the body, the legs, arms. They looked like a man.
Verse 6. And everyone had 4 faces.
Oh, wait. Now this sounds a little close to like an alien or something. But the Bible don't talk about aliens. It only talk about angels coming out the sky. So why would this, it sounds like it's describing an alien from the movies we see. That's because the whole time the aliens you see in the movies is really angels. And they coming back for the wrath of God, for destruction, for Emmett Till. For Emmett Till, man. For George Floyd. For Tamir Rice, man. It's going to be something come out of the sky. Because like I always like to say, it's going to take an act of God to get us free. To get us free from under the hands of Esau, the so-called white man, it's going to take an act of God, man. It ain't going to be no businesses. Ain't going to be no cryptocurrency. Ain't going to be none of those stocks and bonds. It's going to take an act of God to get us free from the hands of Esau. And it's going to take this, what we're reading about right now. We're going all the way to 7.
And everyone had 4 wings. Verse 7. And their feet were straight. And the soles of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot.
Right, so they ready to fight. They got the soles of a calf's foot. They ain't losing balance.
And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
The feet look like what?
And they sparkled the color of burnished brass.
So the angels was little white babies with horns, with arrows like Cupid.
And they sparkle like the color of burnished brass.
It said the angels' feet looked like burnished brass. Now, I never seen nobody feet a different color than they face. Never in history you will ever see somebody's feet look like brass and their face look white and like a little baby. It's never gonna happen. The angels was black people. They was black, just like black people today in slavery. The angels gonna come save us from slavery. Now we got that out the way to show you that the angels are fierce warriors. Now let's get into what the angels gonna do. Now go back to 16 and go to verse 8.
Where's your broom?
It's like in Revelation 16.
And 8, yeah, 16 and 8 and 9. Yeah, because we read 16 and 1 about the angels pouring out the wrath of God, the destruction of the Most High into the earth for Emmett Till and for all the black people that's getting murdered.
The book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun.
He poured out his vial upon the sun. Now, you know the sun is scorching hot. It's scorching hot.
And power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
Right. So he took the angel took the heat from the sun and scorched it on men. You feel me? He scorched it on men. That's a fever. You feel me? You know what happened? You know when you walk in the store, they gotta touch your head. They said, let me see if you're fever, if you too hot. Yeah, man, the angel scorched the men with fire. That's man, the coronavirus in the Bible, man. This is prophecy. John the Revelator seen this. What we going through right now, John the Revelator seen this in jail. He was in jail, locked up, man. He got a vision from the Most High. He seen the angel taking stuff from the sun and pouring it upon the earth to scorch men with fire, with heat, man. You know, every cold starts with a fever, man. Just like the coronavirus, the Omicron variant, all this, man. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Verse 9. And men were scorched with great heat.
Right.
And blasphemed the name of God.
Right, and they did. They said that this ain't from God. Ooh, they say we can fix this. What's dude's name? And the governor of New York, he said it. He said we slowed down the COVID with gloves and masks. Not God. You can Google that. He said God didn't do it. He said they did it because of gloves and masks. But still to this day, New York is the worst hit in the COVID in the world. New York is the worst hit with the COVID. That's why you can't even go to New York without having a vaccine. And guess what? It's an Omicron variant. You feel me? That's out. It just came out a couple weeks ago to show you, man, y'all blaspheming the name of God. And he sent the new one. He sent the new one.
Which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not.
Right. They repented not, man. These white people did not repent still, man. They talking about the COVID fake. It ain't real. All these people dying from it. It ain't enough. And that's the Most High, though. So guess what the Most High gonna do? The Most High gonna send out a new virus. Just like he did with the Omicron. The Most High gonna send out something even more worse than that. He gonna send out something even more worse than that. But you could drop that and go to Judah 5 and 12 in the Apocrypha.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 12. And they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues.
Right, and that's what we've been doing, man. I.S.U.P.K since 1969, man. We've been crying to our God, and he's been sending plagues to America. AIDS, COVID-19, man. The swine flu, all this stuff, man. He been sending into the earth with his angels, man. With his angels, because we crying to our God. So I'm telling you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, we keep serving our God. He gonna keep sending these plagues to free us, man.
So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
And that's what the Americans gonna do. They gonna cast us out of their sight, because they gonna see like, man, look, man. It gotta be because we got these people in slavery. That's the only reason why this stuff is going on. And when we leave out of their sight, the Most High gonna destroy all of them, like what happened in the book of Obadiah. prophesied. But you could drop that and go to Ezekiel 35:1. And we'll read all the way to verse 9 and we'll end it with that in the class with that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Now, Mount Seir is talking about white people, man. But that's where they was living at, in Mount Seir, man. And Mount is another, word for like government, or high power. Mount Seir.
And prophecy against it.
Like we doing the I.S.U.P.K. We prophesying against the so-called oppressors, man. The so-called white man, which is Mount Seir.
Verse 3, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Right, the Most High is against America in all their ways, and everybody that's with them.
And I will make thee most desolate.
Right, alone. You feel me? The Most High gonna make it a wilderness, man. You feel me? He gonna make America as beautiful as it look. It's gonna be a wilderness.
Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste.
New York, Chicago, you feel me? All these cities, man, that you see that's so glorious, he gonna take them down with plagues.
And thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Right, and that's what the Most High setting Esau up. The so-called white man, he making him think he's so great and high and mighty that he can't be took down, that he's, the glorious, like he God, basically. The so-called white man thinks he's God. Nobody could destroy him. And the Lord gonna come, and it's gonna be like a blink of an eye.
Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Right, Emmett, they had a perpetual hatred from the beginning. They always hated blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's why they did that to Emmett Till. It wasn't because he whistled at no white girl, man. It's because they always hated us.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they always shedded our blood. They've been murdering us from the beginning, man.
By the force of the sword, and in the time of their calamity.
Right, in the time of our calamity, man. In the time when we was our weakest. Feel me? They came down upon us, man. Like right now.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. So at a point, we're like, okay, we went through slavery in America. Our iniquity had an end. And they still killing us, man. They won't stop. They won't.
Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
Right. He say he gonna prepare thee unto blood. The so-called white man, he say, like, you like blood? Well, that's how you gonna have to die. Since you like it so much.
And blood shall pursue thee.
Right. The blood, the 9/11, all these school shootings and stuff that's happening, blood gonna pursue you, man.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. You love killing so much, man. Well, that's how you gonna have to that's how you gonna have to die.
Verse 7. Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate.
The government of Esau is gonna be desolate, man. It's gonna all this stuff going on in United Nations, all these representatives and senators is gonna be nothing. That's gonna be over with.
And cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Right. That's talking about anybody that's dealing with America.
Verse 8. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
It's gonna be so many bugs and vultures to feed. That the vultures are gonna be looking like pterodactyls, man. When the Most High is done with this place.
In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Verse 9. I will make thee perpetual desolations.
Right, forever. It's gonna be forever.
And thy cities shall not return.
You're never gonna build cities again. The so-called white man, for what you've done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you're never gonna be able to ever build a city ever again.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Right, and that's how you're gonna know, man. That's how you're gonna know that God is real and that he's with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians for when he destroy you for what you done. Because for right now, you don't know. Right now, you think you all good, high and mighty, and you ain't done nothing wrong. Black people ain't nothing. You feel me? But you gonna learn from Emmett Till. And what happened to Emmett Till? Pass the class over to the trooper with the security, man.
Khan. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for new brother or sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means a tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Feast of Purim, we'll get more clarification on it.
Feast of Purim will get more clarification on that. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Brakatham. Class dismissed.